All right. So, one of the main things about being a head coach in college football, especially at a major program, Power Five program, is you have to be able to recruit. That is the name of the game, no matter who you are, what program, what coach you are, no matter how big of a celebrity you are. In order to have success in college football, you have to be able to recruit. Ryan Day has killed it at every aspect of the game. So I know what you're saying. Well, you're not the number one class. You're not the number two class. You're the number three class. Alabama and Clemson are above you. So how can you say you're killing it and be all happy? Well, here's the bottom line. So Ohio State has gone through a lot of change, not only with the head coaching position, obviously with Urban Meyer, now Ryan Day, but now at defensive coordinator with Jeff Hathley, and we still don't know who the defensive coordinator is going to be for 2020. There's a couple names, but it's still not guaranteed. We don't know for sure. Now, with that being said, this is why Ryan Day has killed it. Obviously, we know the story this year. You get Justin Fields to come to Ohio State from Georgia, right now currently undefeated, number two ranked in the country, should be number one. Playing in the college football playoffs against Clemson. Um, so there's a lot of success. Big Ten champ. He has gone above and beyond all expectations. Now, Ohio State fans had that standard of that expectation from obviously what we've gone through with Urban and the success there. We've had that standard going through now to Ryan Day. But from the national standpoint, before the season, Ohio State was ranked, I think, like third in the Big Ten as far as a prediction. Um, if not lower. I can't remember, but there was not the expectations that Ryan Day was going to be able to come in and be this successful this early. Right now, he has signed his first ever recruiting class at Ohio State, number three overall in the country. But he has made some big strides as far as the recruiting aspect for this reason. He's brought in a five-star receiver, best receiver in the country, in Julian Fleming, a guy who is fantastic. I mean, he's unstoppable. You bring in another five-star with Paris Johnson. This is a guy who was committed with Urban Meyer. Basically, was sold on the Urban factor of the celebrity. The hey, look at my success. We're gonna get you to the next level to the NFL. But so that he once Urban left, he started looking elsewhere. Ryan Day said, "No, all right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna restart your recruiting process. We're gonna bring you in. We're gonna go over the plan. We're gonna set everything straight." They did that, and it worked. He signed. Um, Another guy got a couple more receivers in this class who are just fantastic. You got Mookie Cooper. You got Jackson Smith. G. Scott Jr. is a guy who I've loved ever since I seen, back in sophomore year. I think I started watching him or his highlights. He's been a beast. This receiving core will be the best in the country. Mark it down. What Alabama's got right now with Waddle, with Ruggs, with Jerry Jeudy, this is what this is going to be. Keep in mind, we already have guys. This year we have a lot leaving. And you're not Dixon. I almost said Dixon. But in your KJ Hills and your Austin Max. But we're going to bring these guys in who are going to come in and fill those roles. These Julian Fleming most likely will start in an already crowded room. Same thing with these guys. Like Mookie Cooper is going to be basically very similar to a Curtis Samuel. And like I already talked about with G. Scott Jr. These guys are going to come in and not start, but they will be in the rotation. That room is very interesting because you already have guys there to, uh, guys who Justin has leaned on. Um, and there's a lot going out, like I already said. Guy who's been there for a long time, and Benjamin Victor, he'll be leaving. So that room is going to be filled because you're going to have Garrett Wilson, who was I think he was a 5-star. He'll be fighting for a starting spot, and I think he'll probably get it. Um, you combine all these guys in. Um, so it's going to be interesting, and not even counting Chris Olave, who's already the number one. So what you're going to see next year with this Ohio State receiving core is going to be a lot of Olave, Wilson, Fleming. I expect to see a lot of Mookie Cooper in that slot role. But anyway, the offense is going to be stacked, okay? Even if J.K. Dobbins leaves, which I expect him to, Master Teague is going to bring a new style of running back. He's going to be more of that Carlos Hyde role. We've seen him have success this year already. And you combine bringing in some of these old linemen. I know we're probably going to lose a couple, but you bring in Paris Johnson, you bring in Luke Weipler, I think his name is. These are guys who can basically, with work in the offseason, come in and start. They probably won't start immediately, but you're going to be able to. These are guys who will be able to. Okay. And on the offensive side going forward, you bring in guy who has been signed here. Well, not signed, but he's been committed, wants to come here, and Jack Miller. Great player, great quarterback. He's a unique style. He's a modern day quarterback. He's got everything, the flashiness. I mean, he's not great at one specific thing, but he's kind of got everything in one. He's a guy who got hurt. Um, so there were, for a period of time, the recruiting on him just kind of like dipped off based on the injury and whatnot, as you would expect if you get an injury, or at least a big injury. So with their whole quarterback room this year was, there's no depth. There's Justin Fields and there's nobody else. Next year, we're going to have a guy that we knew was going to be here in Jack Miller, who he's going to fit the system. Okay. Well, the system with Justin Fields now, Jack Miller is going to be able to run the same system, not as well by any means. He's not the runner that Justin is, but as far as a quarterback standpoint, that would be an easy fit for Jack Miller if Justin were to get injured or something like that. And then next thing you know, there's this kid in California by the name of CJ. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I lost it. Crap. CJ Stroud. I knew his name. But anyway, CJ Stroud is a guy who he kind of came on recruiting late. Like he wasn't a guy who everybody had an eye on early, but he made his presence known, won the MVP at the Elite 11. Of course, we know guys who've come out of there with your Tua, Trevor, Justin. He's going to be a guy who is going to fight, and I think will win the starting job once Justin leaves. I think this quarterback room that we're going to have with Jack Miller and CJ Stroud will probably be, in my opinion, something similar to what Joe Burrow and Dwayne Haskins was. CJ is more of that pro style pocket passer. He can move around a lot better than Haskins. But that's not his number one strength. But he's just a totally different animal. I could see him starting and doing great things. His ball placement is insane. So that quarterback room next year will be insane. Of course, they'll develop and learn. And then after next year, they will fight for the starting position. So that'll be something interesting to look forward to moving forward. We bring in a lot of line help, a lot of the linebackers, tight end, some D line. We did bring in a couple really good corners and safety. Lathan Ransom is going to be a beast, but and we did lose one of the corners to Utah. He was highly rated. Came in, was expected to sign with Ohio State, didn't. Uh, but I think a lot of that has to do with um, the Jeff Hathley situation. His name was Clark Phillips III. He flipped from Ohio State to Utah. Um, but I think we got enough here. We got guys that we can still develop, even though we're probably going to lose a lot with Fuller. Um, you know, at safety, I think safety, we have guys in this class who a lot of people don't realize these guys as freshmen could start a lot of places. They come to these programs like Ohio State so they can learn and get better. But I think, Ransom's probably going to play a lot. So who knows? We'll see. Do we bring in a kicker, Jake Seibert? Um, I'm not sure if he's related to Austin Seibert, who, of course, plays for the Browns, but I don't know. But anyway, so this recruiting class is already good. It's not technically over yet. Um, but for Ryan Day's first year, and this is the whole point I've been trying to get at, as a guy who wasn't this big name, guy who wasn't very established coming into this year, to get this class, the number 3 class in the country, is fantastic. So he's done a fantastic job, and it's gonna be this level moving forward. You win based off of who you got. So of course, this is what you're gonna see every year with Ryan Day. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see this program moving forward. Can't wait for the spring game. See these freshman quarterbacks with CJ Stroud and Jack Miller. Justin, there's no fight for the job next year. It's just fighting for the backup next year. But once Justin leaves, it's all fair game. So we'll see. Hope for the best. Love everything that we're doing. This offense is going to be exciting. The defense, we're going to have some guys that are going to have to step up, especially Zach Harrison after losing Chase Young. I know the report is that he said that he was coming back. He's not. He even said he got caught off guard with that. So I highly expect Chase Young to go to the draft. So you're going to see Tyreek Smith. You're going to see Zach Harrison. You're going to see some rotations in there on the defensive line. So, I mean, who knows? We'll see how this goes going forward. But the future is bright for Ohio State football. So, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, turn on any notifications. Let me know your thoughts. How excited are you for this class? Where do you think this class rates as far as the past? Because I think this is going to be a top class, especially with the receiving core. I mean, these receivers are going to be insane. So, who knows? Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.